So first of all, I just want to thank everyone for coming out tonight, especially the tremendous nominees who, some which traveled across the entire country just to be here with us tonight. I don't think anyone at StayClassy, our entire staff, would have ever anticipated a night like this when we started planning the event more than six months ago. 6 years, not quite, but 6 months. Just to be up on stage is surreal, and the voting over the past month, absolutely inspirational. It takes me back, actually, to a moment when I was growing up where I found my first inspiration. And that inspiration set off a series of events that actually put me on the stage in front of you all tonight. It's something I'd like to tell you a little bit about. When I was in high school, my mom got cancer. For the first time ever, my life wasn't laid out for me like it had been. She taught me a few lessons during that time, though. She showed me what real compassion was. She showed me what it was like to stare adversity in the face and to prevail. And I just mentioned the compassion one, but I'm going to go back to that because that's important. It wasn't compassion like a son would naturally feel for his mother in that time of horribleness, but it was the compassion that she gave us, myself and my entire family, during her own ordeal. And those life lessons that my mom taught me then, back in high school, came to define who I would become as a person. It came to define the friendships I would form along the way. And it came to define the company that I would eventually co-found. Many years later, in 2005, in a dilapidated and somewhat moldy apartment in San Diego, California. That's right, it's moldy. I was sitting around with a few buddies, fresh out of college, eager to change the world. Actually, that wasn't the case. But we had a very modest idea. We thought to ourselves, let's host a social gathering. Let's get a few friends together. Let's raise some money for cancer research, since that's something that we cared passionately about. And maybe we'll meet a few people. We were new from Boston, Massachusetts. Thank you. There's actually a lot of people from Boston here. That's impressive. We like it. So we named the event the StayClassy Pub Crawl, a reference from the hilarious Will Ferrell movie Anchorman, which conveniently was playing for the 10th time in our apartment that day. I still love that movie. Obviously, the initial idea for StayClassy was far but grandiose. In fact, if someone had told me then that the actual idea would turn into a viable business model, I would laugh a lot. But I think looking back on it, that's really what makes it so special. We had an idea, albeit it was very small, but we actually did something about it, and we took action. We didn't just sit around. At the end of the day, the end of the event, we were able to cut a check to the American Cancer Society for $4,000 from a simple pub crawl. One event turned into many, and what started as a really simple way to meet new people and to support a cause that we cared about turned into StayClassy, as we know it today. A lot of people on this, thank you, the one clapper. I like the support up here, it's a lot easier. 5 years later, as a result of that initial inspiration, we're still taking action today, helping thousands of nonprofits across the entire globe raise millions of dollars for a myriad of causes, including cancer research, all under the same name, StayClassy. That deserves applause, I think. Now, our staff has had a lot of time to reflect on our name and what the word classy actually means to each of us. For me, the word classy was defined by the way my mother handled her bout with cancer back in the day. Compassion, selflessness, courage. Everyone here has their own definition of classy, though. And as we started to ask around, we realized that a lot of people's definitions actually stemmed from their own personal experiences, much like myself. We put together a short video talking about just that. And as you watch it and after, I ask you to define the word for yourself. what does classy actually mean to you? What are you passionate about? The answer actually may surprise you. It may even change your life. I know it did for me. Thank you. Enjoy the video.